Hello guys, Barbijan here, and today we're going to do the Jeddah Grand Prix. Jeddah Grand Prix is a racetrack, well, it's not a racetrack, it's a city track, it's a race, well not race, it's a street circuit, but it's actually a quite fun street circuit. It's got a lot of fast corners, it doesn't have many slow speed corners, but it has some big straights with DRS, and that makes it really fun to play and watch, because if you remember in 2021 we had a span of a race with Verstappen and Hamilton colliding one with another, miscommunicating. All season I think, yes, we had Verstappen versus Leclerc, and this season, well, it was not actually that great, but it was an okay race. Sergio Perez won the race. At least it wasn't Verstappen, but I think Verstappen started from 10th in the grid and finished second. Maybe he started even further back, but I cannot remember. But we are now in the game, and we'll see what will happen. I have zero clue about what has happened. Oh, I actually have, but now advancing in the timeline. Every upgrade so far has been a success. Well, the DRS has been succeeded, and you know that the DRS is actually a really good upgrade to have. And we still have another 1,000 R&D points, so hopefully we'll see whether we can spend those, hopefully on something quite good for 1,000 R&D points. And I'm seeing that those are pretty good upgrades. But even if I reset to them now, they'll be on for Australia, which Australia, it's not a really high downforce circuit, especially now with the last changes, more of a high speed one, top speed, but it is what it is. We skip it on advance, the Pirelli hot lap, because they're just really boring, and we have quite some upgrades pending for Azerbaijan, or for qualifying, or the race. I don't know, but we will see what they are. But I will try and do something from our practice and make those R&D points that we've gotten for Azerbaijan to be on the aero side, because I want something from the aero. Well, some are for Azerbaijan. I think those that we're doing right now are going to be for Azerbaijan, because Australia is actually only a week away, so I don't think we can do anything right now. Even with Spec 3 Rush, I don't think we would be able, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it, but we will see one day how fast they will be, how fast we will be able to do them. Maybe at an R&D regulation change. Oh, I think there will be a regulation change on the season 2, but I don't know. I have zero clue about it, and this time I'm telling the truth, because I haven't even done the Australian Grand Prix, so at this point of time I don't know what has happened in the Australian Grand Prix. I'm thinking I may do it after I publish the video or something like that, but I'll see what I can do. We have 1,200 R&D points more spent. We have now done the practice and the pause, and we're looking for some more R&D upgrades that we can do, but maybe I'll keep those R&D points. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, but for now I'm going to check the difficulty. I have it on 101, but let's go on to the practice. I did keep those R&D points in the end, but in Jeddah it is a really nice circuit to do qualifying, really brush those walls and go really close to those walls with your tires, and we actually set the fastest lap, so maybe we might need even more than 101, maybe 105, but I don't think so, because in the end we got 14th place, and Enzo is in 9th place. Maybe I think we're good with the AI 101. I never thought that I'd actually be fast, but not only that, I set only one lap time in Q1, and this is now Q2. In Q2, I actually set 2 lap times because I was scared I wouldn't make it out of Q2. Well, and I would have been completely right because now we are in 12th place, but when we set our lap time, we had an improvement of around 6 tenths, if I believe, and we are in P6. That means we are going to qualify to Q3, and Enzo Fittipaldi is in 14th place. Oh, he's last of the finishers that actually set a lap time or didn't crash, but we are in Q3 and Enzo got in Q2. Our car is not actually slow. But first lap of Q3 we're on the medium set of tires because I have no other set. We just have the set that the FIA give us for free when we enter Q3, and now we have some just 500 in improvement, and this gets us up from P9 to P8, but still P8 to start is not bad. And Valtteri Bottas is behind us together with Pierre Gasly. Max Verstappen took pole position, and Leclerc and Perez are following him. Ahead of us is Fernando Alonso. Let's see what we can do in the race. Hopefully, let's overtake him.
We've got fast sweeping corners under the lights and 20 racers all ready to write their name into the quickly growing history of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, the owner driver, Bottas, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Stroll, Fittipaldi, Russell, Hulkenberg, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Albon, Sargent, Norris, Sonoda, and Nick de Vries. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Okay, so you could see from me how I flicked my joystick from up and down. Well, I can see my strategy because, well, not because, I'm happy that I can see my strategy because in Bahrain, last race, I couldn't. And Bahrain was our first race and I was kinda scared. Do I need to buy something on personnel or something else to get strategies? But no. It was just a bug. Hopefully it won't happen again, but only time will tell. And I'm trying to warm up my tires. You can see I am having an aggressive warm up, and quite an aggressive one. I know this how you shouldn't warm up your tires, but I want to have some fun. But without no further ado, let's line up on the grid. 0.3 I think that was, but I'm not quite sure what it was. We're now waiting for the other drivers to line up on the grid, as now Mark has said to us. But fire lights are now shining and they're out. We are underway for the Grand Prix as we have such a good start that we have to lift off the throttle for a bit to not crash into Hamilton and Sainz. And Alonso almost got in side by side with us. He actually got side by side, but not fully. He was somewhere on a rear end, but not fully, as I said it. But now we are in P6, so good things for now. P6 in lap 1 isn't bad. We are where we started, and quite a loosey end around there. I noticed this in the qualifying as well. Maybe I have to go smoother. I am still learning how to drive with precision drive, because last year's game didn't have a precision drive and it was quite a pain, and now I am much faster. I couldn't drive 95 AI was bad for me. Now I'm driving on 101, so quite fast AI. Maybe a bit low, maybe 105 I would be able, but I'm not sure. But we make a mistake in lap 2 and Fernando goes ahead of us. Alonso got right past us, and we go for Ocon. Ocon is now on the outside for this turn though, which turn is ease, but he won't be able to overtake us, and we move on with the race. Fernando Alonso is now ahead of us, but good thing is that DRS is now enabled for lap number 3 and onwards, and we blast ahead of him. It was quite an easy overtake, a bit side by side moments, but not much. It was quite an easy one, as I said. And now going into this turn again, but lap number 5 this time. This is a bit more impactful because Stroll, we almost crashed into Stroll, but it was all good. Stroll pressed the brake pedal and hit it good. Maybe we should have gone a bit slower into the track, but maybe if it is like that in real life, maybe the wall should be going further ahead. I don't know. We try and go past Alonso, but we can't, and he switchbacks us. But we will get DRS once again, and we will now fly through the head of him quite easily. We won't use DRS because I thought it was going to be easy, but no, it's not. We actually have quite some side-by-side moments. And Mark actually wants us to go to lap 11. Actually, I will go in lap number 11, but I thought I wouldn't. I thought that, well, maybe it's good to go in lap number 12, but I got in lap 11 actually. But George Russell now overtakes us in his Merc. The Merc is quite a faster car than ours, but now, right now, the Merc is faster. But yeah, it's quite impressive that we are here, to be honest. I think that we should be behind Aston Martin now. We should be behind Aston Martin and ahead of the Alpines, the McLaren, Williams. We with McLaren, Williams, AlphaTauri, Haas, and all those teams have basically the same performance, but in different terms. We have the best engine, but not the best chassis and aero. We're not that bad in terms of them, but not as good as the other people, because our engine, we've maximized our engine at this point. But lap number 11 it is now. Lap number 12 as we cross to the finish line, where we would be 2.5. No mess up from the team, which is quite good, and we are just behind Stroll, who actually undercut us, but we are going to undercut the people that were a bit behind us. We're going to create a bigger margin to them, and one of them is Fernando Alonso, but Enzo Fittipaldi is now 2 places behind us, and we should be around P7 to P8, so that means that Enzo Fittipaldi could be in the cards of getting some points, as this is Russell going out. He stayed until really late in the race, so we were able to somewhat undercut. Maybe if he stayed one more lap, it would have been a full undercut, but not quite it. But the rest of our race was quite uneventful, I should say. It was quite a boring one. Enzo Fittipaldi is still 9th, but in the end he goes into P11 and actually can't score points. it is a bit sad that he couldn't score points for such a small margin, but it is what it is. He'll get his points eventually, maybe with some luck, maybe by his driving skills, but someday he will get those points that he wants.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. What do you think it was today, Ants, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Okay, so this was the Jeddah Grand Prix. I actually quite enjoyed it at the first stage. Second stage was quite boring, but still time passed really fast. Only 40 minutes this race, which is around what it should be, around 40 to 50 minutes maximum, but the Singapore one isn't really 50 minutes. I think around 1 hour maybe with rain, but it is what it is. We are P8, we score 4 points, and Enzo Fittipaldi P11, he can't get a point by 1/10. Sad times, but we are actually equal with Aston Martin with 14 points, and we are in P7. We could be a bit further ahead, but we could be even further down. So I think it's quite good performance, especially for season 1. We've already gotten 14 points. We've gotten points on our debut race, which is quite amazing, to be honest. Not only that, it was a P5 which got us 10 points. But this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.